Hey traders from around the world, what's going on? It's Ricky Cadan back again with another real life stock review for Real Life Trading Australia. Hope you guys are doing absolutely amazing today. I do have a lot of requests to get through, so let's dive right in and take a look at the markets. The SPY having a small gap down after a nice bullish retest gap the previous day, and we are currently retesting. What's interesting is we created some very nice new all-time highs. However, on the E-minis, we are looking a lot more bullish. But I'll just quickly have a look at the SPY, go back into the 5 minute. Now, we did get a beautiful head and shoulders pattern on the day. If you were a day trader, you would have seen this and had a very beautiful trade on that one. So if you did get to catch that slight little drop on the SPY, then well done to you guys. A lot of real life traders making a lot of money out there, guys, especially on the E-minis futures. Now, what I want to take a look at and explain to you guys is what this particular candle is. Now, this particular candle happened after hours, and as you can see, it was after we broke above these previous highs over the last session. Now, this is actually a short squeeze, and I can show you and demonstrate to you exactly why that is. So if I just take a look at my Sierra chart here, this is my futures platform that I use to trade with. Now, as you can see here, we do have a lot of volume here at this particular level. We have, 5,000 contracts at 28.50, another 5,000 at 28.25, another 5,000 at 28, and just before that, this is on an hourly chart, just so you know. And we did get probably about another 12,000 contracts below that at each particular price point. Now, the reason that is important is because a lot of the people who shorted the market here were obviously taking their profits as the market went down. There was a lot of buying pressure, especially this particular buy imbalance that we had here in the green, which, as you can see here, we had a lot of sell imbalances here. So all the people that thought the market was going to continue higher, they did get stopped out. Now, the reason I was saying this was a short squeeze before, if we just dive back into this chart here, this particular candle, I'll go back here, have a look at these buy imbalances here. Okay, we've got these beautiful green, these green numbers are actually buy imbalances. As you can see, there is a couple of zeros and a lot of low numbers. Now, these low numbers are actually low sell orders. These high shaded green numbers are the buy imbalances, which means these were buy to closes at the asking price. And what you could note is that just before that, we did get a lot of people coming in. We had 600, 700, 400, another 600, another 1,000 contracts coming in at this particular price, trying to short the market back down based off this previous high. And they would have had their stops around the 33.30 mark, and they obviously did get stopped out, squeezed out of the trade, and the market just continued higher. So there's just a little quick dive into the footprint chart and just how I read this particular chart. If you want to learn more about this, there is a futures course in reallifetrading.com, so get involved on that one. But let's take a look at some stocks. Netflix gapping up after hours on their earnings. Now, what's interesting about this one is we are gapping up above these previous highs, and we do have a beautiful bearish candle. So a lot of people shorting the market here, and it will be a gap and go. Depending on if we can gap above this particular price level, I would be looking out for Netflix tomorrow for a gap and go day trade. So keep that in mind, guys. Got a request for Dollar Tree. Now, Dollar Tree still trading a little bit sideways. If you take a look at the weekly chart, we are still battling the 200, but we are throwing some very beautiful lower shadows the last couple of weeks. So the Dollar Tree still looking fairly bullish. I mean, I'm not overly bearish at this particular moment. This is a very nice buy low, sell high location. So if you are looking at accumulating shares, then Dollar Tree does look like a very nice contender. Got another request for Square. Now, Square looking beautiful on the weekly chart, still just hanging out at the 100, but on the daily chart you can see we did finally break above the 200 simple moving average, back to the previous high of this particular gap. We came back down to the low, sorry, the high of this gap when we opened, and we did just slowly start to fade. Makes a whole lot of sense. A lot of real life traders out there do have a $72 covered call. Making money on that one, expiring this week, but Square definitely one to keep your eyes peeled for a nice dip buying opportunity. Got another request for ATVI. Now ATVI slowly but surely coming in to fill this particular gap at 62 here. Now, I have been mentioning this one for a while. I did mention on this day back here that this is going to be the bottom. Here's the video that shows my comment exactly.
Keep your eyes out on Take Two Interactive. We'll just take a quick look at ATVI. Now, ATVI is pretty much doing the exact same thing. Today we formed a beautiful bullish candle with volume. So personally, I think that this is going to be the bottom on ATVI, and I do think that we do go higher. They are posting earnings after hours, and we are gapping up. It is gapping up to 42.90. Not a strong gap. Not many people are trapped, obviously, after today's candle. So I do think that, you know, we may consolidate at this level. We have consolidated around the 46 to 48 level before, and it has taken a couple of months. So my view on this is I think that we consolidate a little bit more, let these moving averages catch up, and then we, you know, form a nice solid base and then move up to these moving averages and then slowly grind higher.
All right, who would have picked that? Well, anyway, guys, we are slowly grinding higher, and I do expect ATVI to slowly but surely grind higher. Not a whole lot to be looking at here, guys. We have bottomed out on this one. On the weekly chart, we did close above the 100 on the weekly chart, so I do think this one will just slowly but surely grind higher. Got a request for AMD. Now, on the weekly chart, this is just an absolute gargantuous move that we have had just in the last 4 months. If you take a look here on the monthly chart, we have had 4 huge bullish candles in a row, and we have taken a move of 78%. So if you did buy AMD off the 200 on the daily chart way back here when we did speak about it, then you guys would be super duper happy on this particular move. Me personally, I'm not one to buy at these levels. We are at all-time highs. We did get some selling pressure. Not a whole lot of volume. Volume is actually dropping off, but the trend is bullish. So me personally, I will be waiting for a pullback. Whatever that looks like, I'll just wait to see what that looks like. And if you can see here on the shorter term moving averages, if we can get back down to the 20, that would be a very nice buying location. However, just keep in mind we do have earnings coming up just around the corner, and I will be waiting for that to transpire before I get into a position. Let's take a look at the All Ords. Now the All Ords just going bonkers still. Now I did say we are bullish on the All Ords, and we just continue to keep rising higher. I did say it was going to be rocket ship, and we are rocket launching. Not a whole lot to see here, guys. Just stay bullish on the markets. I have been saying this for quite some time. Got a request for MVP. Me personally do not know what this company does or how they make money, but the trend is bullish. And if you just take a look at the weekly chart, we did get this very ugly looking inverted head and shoulders pattern, however, or triple bottom I should say. However, it was a very nice move. If you did get in back down here, then I probably would be looking at selling some of your shares, not your entire position, but if you're looking to get in, I would just look to buy the dip off a previous resistance level. So MVP, looking bullish. Well done to you guys who are in it, and for those who aren't, just wait and buy the dip. Also, if you just take a look here on the monthly chart, you can see we do have decreasing volume. Just bear that in mind, guys. So I do expect this particular trend to start to slow down. Let's take a look at BHP. Now BHP on the monthly, still looking fairly bullish. On the weekly chart, we are coming back to these particular highs, and on the daily chart, I did say to for all those longer term traders to look at selling a $41 covered call back here. Those people would most likely be called away. However, this is a very nice selling location. I do expect us probably to trade sideways for probably until earnings, and then we'll wait to see what happens there. Here's Elixir Global. Shout outs to my brother Shane, who made a 100% gain on this particular one, buying this dip right here off this. Buying this dip right here. If you take a look at the weekly chart, you've got this very, very nice Morningstar-esque pattern. But on the daily chart, as you can see here, if I just scroll out, here, you can see we did get a very, very rare but very beautiful inverted head and shoulders pattern, which he did notice and did get in just above these particular highs here, and then selling back up here at 125. So well done, mate. You've done an absolute killer job. Speaking of great analysis, here's the A2 Milk Company, and before I get into this, I just want to share with you a video that I did on the 12th of November, back on this particular day here. Let's take a look at A2 Milk Company. Now this one's really quite interesting, guys. We haven't looked at this for a while, simply because it's been at an all-time high, and it has had a glorious pullback. As you can see from the highs, we've pulled back just about 35%, and what's interesting is on the weekly chart, we have come straight down to the 100 simple moving average on a weekly chart. I don't expect us to just launch on out of here. I do expect us probably to consolidate a little bit longer, but take a look at the daily chart, guys. We are getting increasing volume. We're getting some beautiful, beautiful bullish candles here. Nice little Morningstar reversal patterns, and most likely it looks like it will slowly trade higher. So keep A2 Milk Company on your list. Alright, well I hope you guys did get in bullish back there. It was a very nice dip buying opportunity, as you can see here on the weekly. We did end up launching out of here, surprisingly, but the trend was bullish. I did say this was a very nice dip buying opportunity, so if you did take that particular trade on the A2 Milk Company, then well done to you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. Let's take a look at the commodities. Now, crude oil having a small pullback, which was expected. I did say that most likely would probably just come back, do a nice little double bottom. Did get a couple of nice futures trades out of this particular rise here, and out of this particular short here as well. But I am definitely looking to buy the dip on this one. Fairly neutral, but I am bullish to neutral on this particular trade on oil. So keep your eyes peeled on a bounce on oil. Here's gold, having a very hard time to get above 1560. We keep rejecting that particular price point. As you can see, this is a previous high that we have been at, so it makes a lot of sense that we are just trading within a range here at that particular value area, but not a whole lot to see here, guys. Just look out for these particular long lower shadows. They will be telltale signs on where all the absorption buyers are going to come in. So here is the last but not least, Aussie dollar. Now I did mention back here I wasn't sure which way we were going to go. I was more bullish unless we closed above this right hand shoulder. I did say this was a head and shoulders pattern, and by the looks of things, we did end up closing below that particular price. We are currently just sitting at the 100 simple moving average on a daily chart, and right now if I just draw a trend line here, we are currently at the lower band trend line there. So if you are one to play these particular channels, if we do break lower out of this trend, just look for a retest and then a rollover. However, if we do start to get some higher lows, look to go long on the Aussie dollar. But that's all I've got for you today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Leave a comment in the section below, and if you haven't done already, subscribe to the new YouTube channel for Real Life Trading Australia. This is the one. This is where all the videos are going to be updated in the future. So subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll be notified on every new video that comes out. Don't forget to join our Facebook group. I'll leave the link in the description below. And until next time, love life, live life, and trade it. We'll see you soon. Bye.